movies stopped being great movies and started being like, what year did we switch?
I think people are still making great movies,
but they're not winning Oscars.
Well, I think who cares? I really do. I think once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, the Oscars to me were like, what? I'm done. I'm done. Like, you guys, and then they all applauded him and gave him a standing ovation afterwards when he won an Oscar. I'm like, I'm done. There's too many movies to be paying attention to these days. When I was a kid, if you said...
Yeah, I feel that. I thought Joe Rogan's going to be like, and they gave him a standing ovation. He didn't take him down. Will Smith doesn't get a point in my book.
Didn't know. You never saw Apocalypse Now? What the fuck? It's like, once VHS tapes came out, you're supposed to have seen the big one.
Wait, is he done with the Oscars or Hollywood or just movies in general? It's like Chris Rock got slapped on the face. I'm not watching movies anymore. I'm going to music now.
The Godfather?
I want to go. I want to see theater. This is too much for me.
Star Wars.
Yeah. No,
your fucking mind. But today,
kill the experience.
They never stopped making movies. No. They've never stopped.
You think this guy went to the portal? He's like, oh no, they were portal even. So let me do a media recording video. I can't watch it after what Chris Rock went through.
They make new ones every year. You can't keep up plenty of room for every kind of fucking story. But if you only want a specific type of story to win an Academy Award, you don't get The Godfather. You don't get that movie.
You don't get Jaws.
You got to get all Italians.
Star Wars.
Want The Godfather.
Think about who were the Oscar winners when we were kids. Fucking banger movies that everyone saw.
Right.
That everyone saw. Best Picture won Best Picture because it was Best Picture, not because it was a Best Picture about a trans social worker that got abducted and
exactly. Yeah, they got distorted. They get distorted with what the job is. The job is just to purely entertain people and with a great piece of work. That's all it is. That's the whole job. And that could be Pulp Fiction. There's no...
yeah, all right. I think, what's this guy's name? Is it... that name bounced around today from somebody in my mind. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, at least that guy said right. They were bangers. I get it. I get what he's trying to say. Yeah. Hits, if you think about it. Like, my mama was Forrest Gump. I remember, it was an all-time list. It's like not a bucket list for movies, but it's like a movie you probably will or should watch every year, or you could, and you wouldn't be like, I already saw that. Honestly, one of those. One of us is Forrest Gump. Obviously, there's so many on my list. I guess the phrase is they don't make them like they used to. I think Anthony Mackie in an interview pointed out years ago how it's like there's room for like mega stars. You want to use the mega stars or mega actors, very big studio produced movies, this and the other thing. But I don't know if they like substance. They just creativity and je ne sais quoi, if you will. Now, he worded it differently, but I think it's missing as well. And I think they're trying to touch on it as well. And Goodfellas as well. Like that's one of the movies. It's a violent gangster movie, but it takes you in Pulp Fiction as well. I mean, there's so many. And I think that's that's been missing. That's missing a lot. And that's how also, you think about the streaming. The streaming takes away from the cinematic experience as well. We can just be in our homes. So it's it almost, you would say like Hollywood itself, like it's losing, its flavor, taste. It's je ne sais quoi from like the good old days.
Message in Pulp Fiction. It's fucking chaos, and it's amazing.
The message we took away was that white guys can say the N-word. We were like, all right.
As long as you have a gun in your hand, you can do it. But the whole movie is just madness. But it's amazing. You can't deny how great it is. Like, that's supposed to be what the best movie is. It's not supposed to be. I don't even know if that won Best Film. Did it win Best Film? Did Pulp Fiction win Best Picture?
I think he won Best Director and Best... maybe not for that.
They should have won Best Picture.
Him and Roger Avery together were
Who the fuck won Best
Pictures?
That was a really good year.
Oh, that's right. We actually talked about that on the podcast.
It was actually Unforgiven that year, but I'm going to make sure.
Unforgiven was a fucking great movie.
Unforgiven was great. Unforgiven was great. I remember The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Also, there was I forget the name, Good, the Bad, and Ugly, and it was like there was an even war movie from the Second World War. It was about and it was escaping a camp or something like that. I forgot. I don't know. It was Mission Impossible. I think I just resonated in my mind. But there was so many great movies out there, you know. And there was, I mean, westerns, as we call them. I think they're called western. I don't know if they're called spaghetti western, something else, I believe, right? But it's a western. It's from the West, movies like that. I forgot the titles. Yeah, but they were just Clint Eastwood is the one that comes in mind. But there was other ones. I did see a remake of 310 to Yuma. It was a slow movie. It was slow play from the beginning. The cinematography was great. I give it that. But just I wasn't too into it. There was so many other ones. I think it was like it was a team. It wasn't like I forgot the title, but it was like the all time great or something like that. And they got together. I mean, right now I probably have a different experience, but as a kid growing up, Bruce Lee, I maybe I shouldn't put it in the same scale, but Enter the Dragon is well known. Enter the Dragon is actually a great movie as well, especially the fighting sequence. I like some other movies too, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's one movie that I watch every year. I'm just breathtaking by it. Matt Damon's movie. I said Matt Damon's movie. Go Will Hunting, Finding Forrester. These movies are, it was the first one. Oh, slipped my mind. These movies are in the violent types. Either there's minor there's in the Go Will Hunting there's minor violence, but not that much. There's so many great movies. Salt Lake City Punk. I mean, I tried to watch it. I couldn't watch it. Right now. But it's like there's so many movies to take of culture. The last one I saw was it was years ago actually. I forget what it was, but there's just so many movies based on context and as far as life goes, not to the extreme level.
Fucking great movie.
God,
that was
Titanic. I'm just being even Titanic was like a late '90s. It was a blockbuster.
Clint Eastwood going back and cleaning up all his old westerns. That's what that movie was. It's like, let me show you what it's probably really like. What it's really like. Not this, fucking everybody's looking at you sideways. No, the reality was that character that he played, that old assassin.